Hey Connections followers, Crystal here, just stopping by today for a few quick tips on email best practices. With over 269 billion emails sent per day, it's still the preferred method of contact from brands to their consumers and followers. So hopefully some of these tips will help you amp up your marketing campaigns you've got going on yourself. Tip number one, make sure whatever you have to say in your emails, you are keeping it brief. So we all run really fast-paced lives. We all have hundreds of emails coming in every week. We do not have time to sit there and read the novel that you just wrote for your email newsletter. Make sure that whatever you say is short, sweet, to the point. You just include the basic information, and then you've got a link for them to read more, whether that's to read your blog post, whether that's to find out more information on your products and services, or whether that's to snag up that hot pair of shoes that just hit the market and you know that they're gonna love. Either way, keep it brief. Tip number two, your froms. Your from on your email. All these emails coming in with XYZ at donotreply.com. Yuck. That goes straight to spam. We don't want that. You don't want that. You want your customers getting your emails. You want them to see what's coming in. So make sure that you personalize that. Make sure that your from says the company's name, or use your own personal name individually so that that person feels like it's coming from a true, actual person, not something that they're sending out thousands of emails that are just the same to everybody else. You might be doing that. That's okay. But as consumers, we want to feel important. We want to feel special. We want to feel acknowledged. And we do that by making sure your froms are personalized. Okay. Tip number three, visual. So we all have much higher standards now for visual than we have ever before. Everybody knows what is aesthetically pleasing to themselves. They really have an eye for design. Even if they're not designers, they know what feels good and what looks good. And people want things to look good in order for them to take action, even if that's just clicking on a link or going somewhere else or reading more of what you have to offer. So make sure that your emails are visually appealing. Okay, tip number 4, design. Okay, the design of your emails should be a single column, skinny layout, and here's why. What do we all use every single day? Our cell phones. Majority of people are looking at their emails on their phones or their tablets. They're not pulling up that gargantuan laptop and taking a gander at what you've got to say. So make sure you keep that skinny layout so that it shows up on the phone. It streams perfectly nicely through as they're reading, scrolling down, and keep it to where it's gonna work for mobile. They're not zooming in, zooming out, moving around, panning around the screen. Okay? So, single column, skinny layout. Tip number 5. Images. So, just like with visual, you want to let images do the talking for you, okay? So, everybody likes a pretty image. It makes them want to do things. It inspires action. So, try putting your context over top, overlaying it on your image, and getting them to click on the image itself and making that take them to where you want them to go. Instead of having all of your copy in the body of the email, just give them a nice pretty image or a couple nice images out there with some text overlay that says what you want to say and get straight to the point. Okay, and last but not least, KISS. Okay, so some of you may know that this stands for Keep It Simple Stupid, but for today's purposes, we'll say it means Keep It Simple Sally. Even if you're a Fred, that's what we're going to use. The simpler the better. Whatever you have to say, just keep it simple, because we are all pressed for time. We're all running 100 miles an hour trying to get through our next things, and we've all got way more on our plates than we know what to do with. So just keep it simple, and that will keep your consumer or your follower of your brand happy to keep clicking through and finding out more information. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Thanks.